Welcome back to the SliderCuts channel. Today I'm going to take you through a haircut that's difficult for most barbers to do. When you're cutting someone who has thinning hair, balding areas, most barbers ruin their hair and make it worse. So let me show you how to cut, maintain, and nurture someone with thinning hair. Get in the cut with SliderCuts. So today's tutorial, guys, I'm going to show you the skin fade, but I've shown you plenty of skin fades, but it's actually how you manage someone who's going thinning with lighter spots and thinner hair. So if you look at this client's hair, you may not be able to see it right now because of how heavy the rest of the hair is. But if we lift up here, we can see that it's very light there. So what a lot of barbers do to get it wrong straight away is they go straight in here, zzz, zzz, and there's a big patch in this corner. And this is why it's always important when you start someone's hair to, first of all, comb it out and just assess it quickly. Spend just 20 seconds looking at it. Like straight away, you should be able to see that. Now, he would like his hair to be lower, but he keeps it this high because it covers up the spots and it's hard to get it lower and still cover it up. So today, let me show you how we can get it at a lowish level, not like a 0.5 or number 1, but a lowish level, like around a number 3, number 4, and still manage to cover up this area. So barbers and clients, watch this video. If you're a client, send it to your barber. And if you're a barber, watch it so you can stop ruining people's hair when they've got more time to go instead of just going and taking it all off. No. So when we start off, what you need to do is look at where the dense parts are. So you need to lift up the hair a little bit to see that here is the dense parts. So if you're gonna cut any hair down, the first thing to do is to cut this part. Do not touch any of the side parts. So with a number 4, I'm gonna go through the middle where it's dense, not touching these areas. Also, this client in the chair is someone who I work with. So I see him every day and I see how he's leaving his hair, for me, way too high. I think he feels the same thing as well, but it's hard to, find someone who's able to get it to a decent level, which is kind of like a flat level, but still keep these areas maintained. So look what we're doing. We're avoiding this area. So we're gonna leave this very heavy, but just where it's dark and dense, that's what you cut. A rule of thumb to understand: cut the dark parts, leave the light parts. Or you can say cut the dense parts, leave the thin parts. However you want to phrase it, that's how you should be doing it when you're cutting someone who's got thinning hair. Look at the areas which are dense and cut that area. So right now, there is a comb over from here, or comb forward from here to there. So what I'm gonna do is, because I'm gonna leave this towards the end, or maybe I'll do it before the end. From there, I'm not gonna touch. Because if I touch the area right here, what's gonna happen is, I've taken away some of the hair there. We don't want that. So leave all of that area, just cut the rest of it down. This is the number 4, closed number 4, going against the grain. So for those which are learning this new technique of how to maintain clients which have got thinning areas, when you come to cutting around this area, the first thing you need to do is this. With your comb it out. Now, before you use the clippers, please do this. First of all, where you think you can cut it from, get the comb. And if I think I can cut it from here, I'll get the comb and I'll comb it backwards. If I'm able to cut it from there, then what will happen is nothing should be lifted up from here, which is correct. So nothing's happened. So I could actually technically cut the hair from there. But imagine I thought I could cut it from there. What I do is I comb it backwards, and then what you'll see is some of the hair here is being removed, which means that no, I can't cut it that close because it's gonna take some of the hair from there, which I don't want it to cut, which I don't wanna cut. So yeah, before you go and cut it, just make sure you do that. Lift up the hair with a comb and comb it backwards. So that is telling me I can, with the number 4, cut that area because it doesn't affect this area, because we want to keep here as heavy as possible. And I'm going to reduce the hair here slightly but we've got to be cautious around that area. Just too many barbers just go in on it and just ruin it. And it's kind of like you leave this big patch here and we don't want that. So this is a video for you guys to really watch and take in and take on board. When you get used to it and when you start kind of like doing it more often, then you can get a bit more comfortable, move a bit more quicker and so on. So right here, we've still got some hair here. It's obviously a little bit lighter, but don't worry, when I shape him up, I'm gonna lower it anyway. So it's not like, so the thing is, we're not trying to not cut any hair from here. So on this side, same thing. If I'm gonna cut it from here, I lift it up and I can see not that much hair has been taken from here. So this is cool. So I can cut this hair off. Over here is very heavy. I'm going to reduce the hair. What I'm just trying to show you guys is work around it first and make sure you're giving yourself as much to work with as possible. So I'm going to reduce this hair here, right? But if you're doing it, I don't want you to touch it. I want you to stop here. Let's say I want to take some more hair off there. No, I'm going to lift it up there and realize, look, it maybe takes off too much hair. But it might not, because this is what I might cut anyway. Then I'll shape him up. And because he's got a fringe here, if you look at it, when I shape him up, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut that in slightly where the fringe is and go straight across. So this hair here is going to be cut. So I'm just showing you what you need to do. Like, it's not just simple. And this is why a lot of barbers get it wrong. But I'm going to right now comb here back. When I comb there back, look what it's done. It's still leaving the hair there. So that's telling me that this part of the hair I can cut off. Simple technique, but it will save you a lot of trouble and it will help your client a lot. Once again, I've done it a few times. If you're gonna cut this area, so you don't cut off too much hair, comb it back, then see, oh, that takes off too much. So right now, we're gonna leave the hair here, this area. Then I'm gonna skin fade him. I might do his beard if I've got the time, I might not, we'll see. And then I'll come back to shape him up and balance this out. And you will see how it looks at the end. And remember, you've seen it, you've seen how light it is. So you've seen the before, you're gonna see the after. And guys, listen, if so far you like what you're hearing, what you're seeing, then please do me a favor and subscribe to this channel and click that bell notification so that every time I put out a video, you will be notified, because I'm here to serve you. And if there's any videos you want me to do, please let me know in the comments and I'll do my best to get around to it. All right, let's continue in the haircut. But into the fade, just a normal skin fade. I put my skin line in where I want the fade to end. Always remember that wherever you put your skin line in, that's where the fade ends. So if I put the skin line up there, the fade will end there. If it's down here, the fade will end here. I put it here, so the fade will end there. So this is where your fade will end. And then when I kind of go up and start fading, wherever I go up to with the 1.5 as example, or the number 2, that's where my fade will start. So your fade will start from somewhere and it'll end somewhere. So it's always important when you're doing a fade to remember that your fade starts somewhere and it ends somewhere. And that determines what type of fade you're doing. If you want to do a drop fade, as example, your fade will start from here and it will end there. So you're fading in a much smaller space. So just put your skin line all around. So what I'm doing here is just a fade that I've taught you so many times. So I don't really need to do a full-fledged tutorial on this, because this is all about how to cut someone with thinning hair and make it look good and not ruin clients and not make a client have to go bald sooner than they have to just because you've cut him or her wrong. I'm now thinking what method I should use to fade his hair. Should I just use no guidelines and fade it all out? Or should I put in a guideline? Let me use a method that I haven't shown you guys before. So So maybe this is a fading tutorial as well. Open blade. And for those which are asking me, what tools am I using? This is the gold cordless magic clip by Wahl. I love these clippers, they're great. And the trimmers I was using was the black cordless Wahl detailer. So yeah, these are the tools for those which are always wondering. Open blade. We're gonna put our open blade in. Now what I'd say about this technique and this method I'm using right now, this is a good method to use if you ever come up against a hair type that is difficult. Trust me, use this method here. This helps me so much, especially when you're cutting maybe people like with straighter hair or like Mediterranean hair and so on. I find that this method works best. So I just do an open blade and leave it. Now I work in this area. So I'm starting off with a higher level than I should be starting off with, which is the number 3. Now I'm gonna start off with the number 3 so that you guys can also be cautious. But I really think I need to use the number 2. But when you're cutting, always be cautious. So number 3, I put my invisible line there. My invisible line is the line where I'm not gonna go above to make sure that I stay on the side of his hair and I don't go into the top and create a Mohican. So there's my invisible line. With the number 3, come from underneath, go through to the invisible line and flick out. It's taken off barely anything. Now I'm combing the hair this way, just so you guys can see and I'm not covering. If I comb it normally like that, then it covers the camera. So that's why if it looks awkward, which it might not do, it's because I'm doing it with the purpose of you guys. Number 3, going up to the invisible line and flicking out, nothing's coming off. Well, some is coming off, but barely nothing. Number 2, go up to the same place, the same invisible line, flick out. Go up to it, 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 flick out. Come back, go to the same place, flick out. Same place, flick out. Same place, flick out. Same place, flick out. Now I'm gonna drop down. The open 1.5. Now, I went up to there originally. Now I'm gonna go slightly lower, ever so slightly lower. Open 1.5, go up to it, flick out. Go up to it, flick out. Go up to it, flick out. Go up to it, flick out, flick out, flick out, flick out. Comb it out. Make sure when you're cutting, what you should really be doing is this. You should be really combing and flicking out. Go through, flick out, comb. Go through, flick out, comb. The only reason why I'm not doing it is because the angle is at, just so you guys understand, if I comb and flick out, I cover what I'm doing. So it's for the benefit of you. And I'm filming this haircut myself as well, so I haven't got a videographer here with me. So I'm trying my best. Anyway, close the lever. Go to the same place and flick out. Comb the hair, go up and flick out.
About holding on to
oh,
that box.
Okay, that is a good point. The client in the chair just pointed something out to me that I should really tell you. When you see me cutting, if you notice, my finger is at the bottom because sometimes these guards can flick off. So sometimes people will cut like that, their finger's there. And I can already feel it. You see that? That's why it's coming off. Now, there are premium gauges which clip on a lot harder, but I really like this gauge because I like the thinness of it. I like the way it gets into hair. But if you don't want to hold on to the clip at the bottom or the gauge at the bottom, then I'd advise you to go get one of the premium gauges because they are a lot more firm. But I'd say just always hold on anyway, just to be precautious, just to be safe. Anyway, go to the same place and flick out. This fade this method is an easy way to do a fade. Trust me, trust me, trust me, trust me. Now, the number 2 was there. The 1.5 was there. With the number 1, I'm gonna go to there. So my invisible line is in. Open number 1, go to that place and flick out. Go to my invisible line and flick out. Concentrated clipper strokes. Close the lever, go to the same place and flick out. Now there's something else you may notice or you may not have noticed, and if you haven't noticed it, let me bring it to your attention. When I've been cutting, I haven't been touching any area there because I want to keep as much hair there as possible for the shape up. So if you notice, I'm coming up to here and I'm fading around here, but leaving this front part just so I've got some hair there for the shape up. Number one, go through, flick out. This is the method I use when I come up against a difficult hair type. And I can't give you the science behind it, but this makes cutting so much easier. And for the barber in the chair, because he is a barber, this is a good method for you to pick up on. Now we faded all of that in. Look at the blend. It was easy to do that blend. Now with this skin line here, open blade, because that's what we did. Close it a little bit, go from underneath the skin line through a little bit and flick out. The key in this part is just to be gentle and use concentrated clipper strokes. You don't need to be rough. You don't need to be like, no, just gentle. And look how easy the skin line comes out. I need to work out the science behind why this method is so easy. And I'm letting you guys into a big secret, to be honest, because I'm not gatekeeping, or you could say, or secret keeping, which some barbers have been unhappy with me about, to be honest. Close the lever a little bit. Go to the skin line, flick out. Yeah, some barbers are not happy with me about it because they feel that so much barbers, which are professionals, have put in a lot of time and energy into studying, and I'm giving away these things for free. And they're just not happy about it, to be very honest. But you know, what can I say? But look guys, I'm being gentle. And look at this skin line, how it's just disappearing. Close the lever a little bit more. Now what I'm going to tell you to do is close the lever fully, then open it slightly, and then just touch that skin line. So come from underneath. As you get to the skin line, flick out. Don't go through the skin line. As you're getting to the skin line, flick out. So flick out on the skin line. It's almost like lifting up the skin line. And look at that. We haven't refined it yet. But look what we have there. I find this method here is great when you come up against a difficult hair type. It always works for me. As you saw, I was being gentle, I was being light, I wasn't being rough, and the fade came out like this before any refining. This method I use when I come up against difficult hair types. For some reason, I don't know the science behind it. I wish I knew the science behind it, but for whatever reason, this makes it easier by putting the open blade barrier in, fading in the top part, and then just fading out the skin line. For whatever reason, the skin line fades out so much more easier when I do it this way. And this is why it's important to learn different methods of cutting hair, because different methods will work on different hair types and different clients. So make sure you try all these different ones and use them regularly so that you're well versed and good at doing the different techniques and methods. All right, let's get back into it. I'm gonna now fade in the rest of his hair, just going through it, and then I'll get to the shape up and show you what we do with the front. Now to the shape up. So you saw that I left this area a lot heavier. What I'm gonna do now is slightly reduce this area, just skimming it ever so slightly. Shape him up, do exactly the same thing on the other side. And then once I've shaped him up, you'll see that, okay, from there, I'll be like, okay, let me skim it a little bit more. Let's take some hair from here or there or here or wherever it is. But what's important about this shape up is you need to make sure you understand he has a fringe because he has straightish hair. So his hairline actually at his origins is here, but it's hanging over. So what I'm gonna do in this shape up is I'm gonna cut it back slightly in the middle and go straight across to catch a good line. I'm just letting you know what I'm about to do, but I'll talk you through what I'm doing as I'm doing it. So I'm looking at this area here and it's slightly darker. Remember what I said the rule is, you cut the dark parts, you leave the light parts. So I got the number 2 before I do the shape up, and I'm gonna go through it, but lightly. So don't press down hard like this. Don't press down hard like that. No, lightly. And to be honest, if I'm being safe and cautious, I'll use the number 3. Close number 3, avoid that area. Remember to do the test, which is if I cut that part, once I lift that hair up, put that's down. The test is, if you lift that hair up, what happens? Nothing, this is not affected. So it means that I can cut this area down. Looking better. Now I'm gonna go to the number 2 and touch that area. Open to. Because what I'm doing right now is all about blending. And this is what it is. It's just all about blending. We're blending things in to make it look good, make it look even. Not about, well, is it all the same level? No, it's about it looking all the same level. This is advanced barbering, guys. This is where advanced barbering comes into place. Let's get into the shape up. With the shape up, as usual, start with a sideline. Comb it out. Start in one place at the bottom of the sideline. Press down, pull away from the hairline. Go back to that same place, slightly up. Pull away from the hairline. Goes back to the same place, slightly up. Pull away from the hairline. So just go up in a straight line. But what you really should be doing is light little touches and going up. Now, this first line, you will find, okay, it's not the sharpest line, that is fine. But we've got something to go off now. Then, from the middle, I'm gonna start here. In the middle, as I said, press down, pull away from the hairline, and go across in a straight line. Now, what's important is, wherever I have started here, you must go straight across. Don't get weary and start doing this thing where it's like, ooh, his hair is hanging down lower here, so I'm gonna do this and kind of come down here. No, if we want good angles, which is more like a right angle, like an 87-degree angle, which is what I think is best for shape ups, in my opinion, then we start in one place and we just follow it straight across to meet the sideline. So from the middle, press down, pull away from the hairline, and then follow that line that you have started on straight across. Just go in a straight line, comb the hair out, and in a straight line, keep going, keep going, keep going till we're near the sideline. Now what you want to do, let me move the client, is get a right angle in this area. So you keep going straight across and then you cut out a right angle in this corner. This is somewhere to start. This is not the cleanest line, and if I was to make it clean, what I'd do is, just to show you guys while you're here, in this corner, make sure I've combed it out, and I'm just scraping the hairs to make sure that we have got somewhat of a right angle. But what I'm saying is you can do all of this in round 2, round 3, round 4. You don't have to get it right or get it perfect or get the end result in the first round. The first round really is about getting something that you can go off now. So now we've got this, and just so you could be reminded of what it potentially looked like, either go back in the video or look at this side. Now I'm going to do round 2. Same thing, comb it out, and I'm just going to scrape the edges. I just want to make sure that this line is clean. Making sure that it's a clear, straight line here and at the front. And how I'm doing the shape up here is, I'm not really even touching his head. I'm coming from above and scraping the hair and coming out, because where it's lighter in this area, there isn't actually a lot of hair that I'm actually shaping up. So what I'm doing is just scraping it. So I'm shaping them up by scraping those edges. Now looking at it, I can see it a lot more clearer. So I can look at this area and say, here it needs to be lightened up. And this is why I say wait to the end, because I can see this a lot more clearly. Hair, I said hair, here needs to be lightened up. So the method, we comb it back where I think it needs to be lightened up. Does it affect the front? No. So that means I can cut this part of the hair off. So with an open 3, sorry, I'm just flicking that area down. I'm gonna close the lever. And when I'm doing these haircuts, I do a lot of this. There's a lot of this. It's just a lot of combing it out, looking at different areas, being like, this area can get darker. And this is why you got to be cautious with it, because if you're not cautious with it, the thing that will happen is one slip and this all goes. So you need to take your time on this area. Now what I'm going to do is, I want to get this area slightly lighter and flatter, because I don't want this sticking off his head. Look at this area here. But we've got to be very cautious, because if I take too much off, we're going to patch it. So just going with the grain a little bit, I'm just going to flick it. And I'm not even pressing down his head like this. We're just skimming this area, look, going against the grain. Right here, I'm just skimming it. I can hear it scratching, so it's taking something off, even if it doesn't look like it is. But that's what I want, because I don't want to take off too much hair at all. I just want to take off a little bit. Now I'm just going over the fade, just to blend it in and balance it in with what we're doing at the front. And then I'm going to go over the shape up again. I want to get a clean line out of this. So when you cut hair, especially with someone who's got like straightish hair, when you cut their hair and you cut any hair down, their hair will always move around. So now it's in a different shape. It's sitting differently. So you have to go over the shape up. So I can't shape him up, then cut some of this hair down and then leave it. Or even here, look, I'm looking at this saying this needs to come down right there. And see, I'm pulling it up. See how I'm combing it up? I'm pulling it up and it's not affecting the front. That's telling me that I can actually take that off. So before I go over the shape up, because I feel like I can get a good shape up out of the line there, if I remove this part, let me take this off and then shape up this line. This is the open number 2, but what I'm going to do is pull up the hair. And cut it down. It's technical, guys. It's technical. It's not simple. It's technical. A lot goes into it. But this is the reason why I have a lot of clients who are thinning that come to me. Because when they go to other barbers, the barbers just are relentless and just mean with their hair. Sorry, I was doing something I didn't even explain to you. Number 2, what I want to do is lighten up the front as well. This is the open 2. I'm lightening up the front just so we can just blend it. I'm just trying to make this all kind of blended. I'm trying to blend all of this in. So open to blend it, and then I go over it again with the shape up. Not with the shape up, I go over the shape up again. Remember that anytime you cut down hair, you're going to have to go over the shape up because the hair will move. To be fair, it's not even to do with straight hair, curly hair, any hair. If you ever cut someone's hair and then you go over it and you cut down some of the hair, you're gonna have to go over the shape up again because their hair has now moved. It is now sitting differently. How's that looking? How do you think that's looking, guys? You saw what's underneath it. How do you think that is looking? I need to do the other side. I'm not gonna do a tutorial on that side because I've spent so much time explaining to you on this side how to do it. I'm just gonna do exactly the same thing on the other side. I'm gonna do a bit of refining. You know what refining is. If you watch any of my videos, you should know. Some people call it detailing. I came up with the term refining years ago, just because, you know, you're refining the haircut, you're making it better. There you have it. I've shown you how to do a haircut on someone who has got thinning hair and the best practices and the ways that you can nurture it and make it come out looking like this. If this video has been helpful, then guys, please let me know in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe and click that bell notification so that you can be notified every time that I post. You've been in the cut with SliderCuts.